Condition, however, will come into the ultra late game. When you have Storm with like a third or fourth item that can easily pick off the Jakiro.
Or force BKBs and then disengage.
That seems to me like the better option, and maybe you itemize with a bunch of force staffs on people. But again, that's not easy when you've got a ton of heroes that can run at you from LGD.
Out of all the drafts, I probably like this the most out of VGJ.Storm, but...
I mean, they've got Storm and their VGJ.Storm, of course.
I mean, the role play is on point.
Ready to go?
They're smoked up on LGD's side and on VGJ's side.
I like this. You're down a game, a couple of games. Might as well try and make some moves.
Quick kill.
Get him. Oh, they're going to run into Somnus. He's onto them.
They're sneaking by, though. Sneaky, sneaky.
They find Razor.
Him. Okay.
Condition, however, will come into the ultra late game. When you have Storm with like a third or fourth item that can easily pick off the Jakiro.
Or force BKBs and then disengage.
That seems to me like the better option, and maybe you itemize with a bunch of force staffs on people. But again, that's not easy when you've got a ton of heroes that can run at you from LGD.
Out of all the drafts, I probably like this the most out of VGJ.Storm, but...
I mean, they've got Storm and their VGJ.Storm, of course.
I mean, the role play is on point.
Ready to go?
They're smoked up on LGD's side and on VGJ's side.
I like this. You're down a game, a couple of games. Might as well try and make some moves.
Quick kill.
Get him. Oh, they're going to run into Somnus. He's onto them.
They're sneaking by, though. Sneaky, sneaky.
They find Razor.
Him. Okay.
Condition, however, will come into the ultra late game. When you have Storm with like a third or fourth item that can easily pick off the Jakiro.
Or force BKBs and then disengage.
That seems to me like the better option, and maybe you itemize with a bunch of force staffs on people. But again, that's not easy when you've got a ton of heroes that can run at you from LGD.
Out of all the drafts, I probably like this the most out of VGJ.Storm, but...
I mean, they've got Storm and their VGJ.Storm, of course.
I mean, the role play is on point.
Ready to go? It's like you look at these drafts and you do feel like there's just so many problems with it, and it feels like every time you think that something can go good, it's always coming at a cost. And as the game goes on later and later, it's going to become more and more pronounced.
It's like we pretty much called every hero that VGJ is going to pick, and if we can see it, I guarantee you that LGD can see it. Just a little too predictable, I think. But as we mentioned, they certainly have a win condition this game in the Storm, and he is getting off to a decent start in the mid lane.
It's a rough matchup in Squap, though, especially a maybe Quap. You eventually just lose the base damage. However, will come into the ultra late game, out harassed as well.
And once he gets it on his hill like this, it becomes very hard for
Storm
to walk up without eating a lot of dagger damage. Level 2 dagger gets it up, or force BKBs and then disengage.
That seems to me like the better option. Good bit there. Maybe you itemize with a bunch of force staffs on people. CS pretty effectively. Again, that's not easy for those. So a ton of heroes with it, but still.
Of all the drafts, I probably like this the most out of VGJ.Storm, but
I mean, they've got Storm and their VGJ.Storm, of course.
I mean, the role play is on point.
He knows the Storm has to buy regen. They're going to see the Courier top, and then he can actually just cancel.
You look at these drafts and you feel like that one really hurts.
And Courier being top is actually
feels like every time you think about it, come on, it's always coming at a cost.
He did that for an orb.
As the game goes on later, it's going to become more and more pronounced.
That's actually much critical. And FY, man, if FY had changed, that would have been a kill for sure.
Okay, so lucky.
It's actually lucky that Snaking used his mid Courier, because otherwise the rest is just dying. But he's just getting hammered in this now. You can't really afford to lose these waves like this. Luckily, the tower aggro is into the tower, so he'll at least only lose that one creep, but still. You eventually just lose the base damage. However, will come in the late game, out harassed as well.
And once he gets it on his hill like this, it becomes
when you have Storm,
you walk up to the maybe a lot of dagger damage, or force BKBs and then disengage.
So that seems to be find a kill bit there.
There you go. Kyle was playing it. I was backing up saying, hey, you got to ramp up that early aggression onto this Lycan with that extra slow tandem. So probably like this for most of the VGJ.Storm, but
they're crushing. Like got Storm as well. He's actually going to just be forced to switch his lane. This is going quite well for VGJ. Their lanes are regen. Going about as well as one top, and then he can actually just camp. He's getting a little sucked. They have a bunch of 3CS coming into tower. Courier being top.
It feels like every time this one as well, and they are
he did that for an orb. Trouble is, get a flight return with that. That's why, man. If I find it, that would have been a sure. That a long TP still actually? It's actually lucky that Snake wasn't predictable as Courier, because otherwise the rest was dying. He's just
essentially having condition in game for 20 seconds to walk all the way there. 289 no speed. The tower start in the mid lane.
Aggro is to the tower, so just especially
as well as X Nova takes a lot of damage here onto one, and they get the glimpse back to the game. That's the kill.
Once he gets on hero like this,
the thing is, if they're worried that can feel LG's line with he's not really the tempo controller as much as he's just going to eventually get HOD Necro and start hitting towers. He can recover. It's the quap and the rage he's watching. Maybe he's going to have a lot of pressure on this Storm. It's not like a Storm. That's not what he's been playing. Like, it's a lot less got Storm to play quap. He's actually going to just a couple of deaths and your game is no longer good enough to actually stay on top. Regen going about as well as one top. And he's about to just a little sad.
Storm's coming back to lane. I have this one as well. They might be able to still get honestly.
Man, get a straight down. It's actually lucky that Snake is
there it is. He gets it with the deny. And there goes Sonic Wave gets the kill. Oh, God.
And there was 5 seconds left on that high ground war, especially when he didn't know he had high ground vision.
They got off base back. She got the kill. Get that kill. It's a big one.
The thing is, they're worried that he feel to get the lane war just places as well. Look at it's so as much as he's just going to eventually get HOD Necro and start hitting double D from that fly. He knows his mid-matchup is dominating, and the Storm's vision is not important in securing anymore. That's not what he's been playing. He actually wards defense from rush and that's got into the woods because he knows Storm's going to be forced out of lane. Your game is the way to go depth. Actually, the only 2 places you can see is lane under the tower. In lane under the tower there. So
coming back to the obviously he's getting that also one that's so good. It's probably going to have another one before Storm gets 6. Honestly, there's a chance they can just find that kill. They're chasing like heroes mid lane. Try and deal with that skill resolution. Razor's here. He gets it with the deny. And Sonic Wave gets the kill. He shut down by
this is all pretty well. Talking about high ground. So I know he had high ground vision. Your opponent's matchup by yourself. It's pretty devastating. Arcane Riddle something here. That's why level 3 big one.
They got him caught there. The jumping can come in a second if they want to from maybe the lift up. Keep him alive. MSS still not going to be able to get there in time. Savage finds the kill. Look at that part of the player.
He knows his mid-matchup is dominating. The Storm's vision is not important in securing anymore. That's not what he's been playing. He actually wards defense. He's made it up. Thinking so that forced out lane. Your game is the way to go.
And like I said, yeah, Resolution can't come back in the lane because Quap Ulti is about to be back up. And, well, they are diving sort of here for MSS, but he is going to be able to sneak away for the moment. The Jukes trying to get to the TP. He does almost have enough gold also for his Arcanes, but not quite there.
Sell the salve.
He doesn't.
He actually bought a TP instead.
All right. He also just about has enough. He's going to walk back in and pick up his Arcanes. Okay.
Well played. Even if he dies now, you're okay with that. No dead gold. That's fine.
And he got the catapult killed.
Yeah, and he bought space. Exactly. They defend all tower damage. It's definitely worth. Up top, once again, Chalice is just getting super dope. He's dead again. Sentry faded with 1 hit on it, so you're going to see Quap buy his own Sentry to probably take that out in a sec. But FY just securing vision in this mid lane and just camping it. And there's a lot of pressure now on Maybe to just play near flawlessly.
These hordes are going to be here a while, too.
This has been by far the best start, though, for VGJ. And exactly what they need to do in order to win, honestly, even though the gyro's only level 5.
You just have this unkillable Omni in the dead lane top now. It's super nice. You can't go there with Lycan or Jakiro, in truth, and Snake King can just free farm now.
Finish off this phase boot soon, going into Yule's Scepter next. And, well, solution again. Getting the bottle delivered back on some clarities as well so he can farm out the jungle eventually. But still 2 levels behind Somnus. It's going to be tough.
The issue is, like, Ame is just... You can't really lane against him with the gyro or the Omni, so he'll just come up here, and he's the guy that can actually bully Snaking out of this lane now.
Dire are scanning.
I try to go on him when he pushes this creep wave in, but I think he's gonna be onto this. He has a TP, he has a phase boots wind lace coming out to him. That's pretty significant for survivability against the Razor.
I like what he's doing, where you don't want to push this into tier 2 and make it easier for your opponents. Just keep denying the wave back.
Bottom lane, he's there as well with SVG. They're going to find the glimpse, pull him back in, and they can save the kill for, well, they give it to MSS, but still.
Bounty runs are coming out, and then VGJ seems poised to get all 4. Could be a big deal.
And in spite of being pushed back over and over again, being 2 levels behind, Resolution is still topping the CS charts. A little bit behind in terms of net worth, but...
Snaking has to TP out.
Trouble.
He's fine. 4 runes for VGJ.
You'll take that. And look at Storm. Like, this is the thing about Quap versus Storm, right? Maybe crush that lane. He's only 700 gold ahead because, truthfully, kills just don't mean that much anymore. And Storm just eventually recovers. And this is, as you said, like, this is fine for VGJ. You're going to hit a timing in the mid game where, like, Omni, Gyro, Storm, you can't beat them in a team fight.
Yeah,
and
there's going to be that window where they don't have BKBs yet.
Yeah, and the hero that was going to be able to actually apply pressure to the map is Chalice, but he's going to have no HOD till like 12 minutes. Like, he hasn't done 0 tower damage.
It's hard to kill Rubik without this ult from the Lycan. Like, he can reliably defend or show up to any like aggressive plays that LGD's making and just counterplay it.
A lot of damage.
They're gonna kill them. Yeah.
They almost have static. They have Static Storm now on SVG as well. The glimpse, they pull him back in time. Static Storm, he's still there, but they don't even need to use it. They pull him under tower, and the right click's not enough to take down SVG.
Mid lane, meanwhile, he's just putting a lot of pressure on this Lycan, who's only level 5.
Yep.
FY. He's there with Rezo as well. Push back with the cogs, burning through some mana. They can chase if they want, but it's like maybe he's here. Waiting for it. That they're saving the hook as well, and fakes the sonic wave so that way they can find the kill after the fact. Somnus just gonna punch him and save it. Alright, he is out of control right now in this game, and
still have a hook.
He's looking for more. SVG just jumps in, more right click.
Arrow TP, he has no blink on the Quintapain.
Oh, maybe in trouble. Still wand charges though. They have the missile on him as well. They're gonna drop him, and they managed to find the kill on him. Maybe.
You take that. You take that 100%.
Maybe's like, I mean, if you look at the net worths, Maybe's the only one that really, like, he is the top of the net worth. Obviously, Razor's having a pretty good game as well, but yeah, 100% you are happy with that.
And the thing, once you remove the Death Prophet from this type of lineup of LGD, they don't have that ability to just naturally control the early mid game and also pressure objectives. Like, you're playing Razor Quap. When LGD finds success, a lot of the time they have both heroes just significantly stronger as far as scaling and less reliant on kills and snowballing to take tempo control of a game. And they don't really win team fights, and the meta does not favor these heroes that have to just sort of play assassin like around the map. And I feel like Storm Omni are just going to farm, and eventually VGJ is going to reach a point where you cannot take them on in a clash and win.
It's so crazy. Like, you sort of get lulled into this false sense of security when you're this Queen of Pain that just keeps on finding kills. You destroy that Storm Spirit, but they've been repeating. It's the catch-up game and the long-term plays that are working out into VGJ.Storm's favor.
They do actually have reach from this game with the Rubik plus Disruptor, so it's not like he, and even the Storm Spirit to follow it up. I mean, that's why, look at this vision in the mid lane. He sees all these heroes. He sees all 3, Rubik, Gyro, and Disruptor.
He pings where the ward is too.
Yep. And the big issue is that, like, you can see Chalice is about to hit level 7, but imagine if he had this HOD and levels by like 8 minutes, right? He would have been killing this bot tower. Instead, you have a Jakiro Razor doing it.
They're walking into this though, and you are almost dead. Actually, they still have the compound hook if they want to turn this in. He's caught there for the moment, and they take him down.
MSS, dude, MSS the X Factor right now.
God, he missed the hook.
Not in the right place, and
that's not where you want to be.
Can they just take him down here?
Might be able to turn this. Somnus is waiting. He doesn't have that yet, though.
They have vision for a glimpse in a moment.
Next out, Sonic Wave still on cooldown for 10 seconds.
Oh, glimpse the cop down. They have a ward.
Going back in. He's also caught by
level 3 glimpse.
But they're going to take down FY, it looks like.
He's got the angles.
Oh god, Somnus gonna be caught there, and they bring him down in time. They lift him back into the Sandstorm, into the missile. They take him down.
Okay. He ran like slightly up angle, like he was just that 100 units away that whole time.
Are we in trouble here? Yoar has no mana in the map. He can't chase.
They break the regen though.
Oh no, but look at the creeps. Oh, a stun from Chalice from the grave. They'll find MSS.
That was a pretty big streak for him too.
And also,
Should be dead.
you don't care. Shove this lane and don't let the Storm and VGJ.Storm farm your woods, but at the same time, up.
Why is hunting again, as you said, see if they can catch out Snake King, but I believe that